Okay, so we've had quite a few questions recently about swim toes and the best ones to use. So I thought I'd do a quick review on the one that I use, and have had a few of these. And I think they're excellent, an excellent value and very functional. So this one is the Lomo swim toe. They do two basic swim toes, one without the waterproof compartment and one with. So the one I have had the first one to begin with. The dog ate it, so I have now got this one, and it's the one with the compartment. Okay, so it starts looking like this, and this one is quite well used and battered, but it's held its own through the last sort of year and a half, still going. And it did originally come with a fastening there that the tether was attached to, but that got ripped off in rough sea conditions. So because obviously the float floats, I was going under a wave and it just totally ripped it right out, as you can see. But it's still usable, so the air bag inside does not leak, and I can still use it. And also the good thing is that it comes with these kind of attachment points and so on around the place, so that you can use them for other reasons if for example that breaks. The other thing I did when that happened, I actually made my own tether, which is a lot longer. You can see here it's probably 3 times as long as the one that comes with it, and this is handy if you're swimming with other swimmers and you need to chuck the toe to someone. It gives a bit of length to it and they can just hang on to it for a bit of a breather. Okay, the D-rings here are part of the Lomo bag, but the clip here, the carabiner, that's I bought those nice and strong alloy ones that clip on to them. And you can clip any number of things on there, like for example I've got on the other side, I've just got a whistle. Okay, so that clips on there too, and if I need to I can clip anything else on as I'm having a swim. So the way it works is it's like a bladder. There's two compartments, one there with the valve that you blow into to inflate, and the other side has one as well. Now when they're both deflated, you can see that it is also a bag. If I can open this up. Okay, so there's enough space in there to keep a few spares. Like I've got a couple of spare goggles and various other things in there that I take with me on my swims all the time. And once you've done that, it's like the dry bags anywhere. You wrap the top over and clip it together. So let's try and get that done here. So I'm just wrapping it up. Clip it together. Okay, so like this. That will actually float even without inflating the bag. Okay, but then you can just undo these here, the valves, and inflate the bag. So a couple of breaths, the bag inflates up, very full. Obviously everything inside the dry bag section is still in there, but it's now inflated so that it doesn't rattle around and shake and so on. You can actually try and blow the other one as well, but it doesn't really need it because the one side is completely inflated now. As I said, the bottom thing got ripped off. So it used to tow through the water, actually used to tow in that direction, going forwards that way, but that got ripped off, so I had to do this, and I basically, now it tows in the other direction, but this is really strong. So this is a resin D-ring here with an alloy carabiner, very, very strong. There's no way that's going to rip off. So I actually prefer it coming this way now. You can even undo this while you're swimming, obviously keeping it out of the water, but stick your hand in, get the spare kit, you may need to deflate it a bit, but it comes with a quick deflate option. So you just undo the bottom thing here, bottom valve, and the air will come out. You can do it slowly or take it all away, and the whole thing deflates. So if by chance the top cap was to be loose, it would not deflate. It has to be done by the bottom one, which is nice. It's a nice sort of touch there. It also has on it these grab straps here on both sides, which I think are very handy. I've seen other models that shall remain nameless, but they don't have them. So basically it's like a slippery kind of sausage that you've got to carry around with you all the time, but this thing's kind of functional. The strapping here adds some abrasion too. If you're holding onto it, it kind of grips the wetsuit here, whereas the other ones are completely smooth, so I think they're probably quite difficult to grab onto, but this is very useful. And I've had been swimming with other swimmers, and they've sort of grabbed onto it, have a bit of a breather, or if a particularly big wave has come, you know, and they need to recompose themselves. Also, you can hold on to this too, so when it's inflated, you can hold on to the bottom here, stick that upright, and it will bob up and down, giving very good visibility in the water for about 2 feet out of the water. So that's quite a useful feature as well. So that's the Lomo swim toe with the compartment, the bag, the watertight compartment. I say watertight. One word of warning though is nothing is that watertight if you're going to go in the water with it. So it does on the whole keep the water out, but inevitably drips do get in there. So whatever you've got packed in there, make sure that if it needs to be completely and utterly waterproof, then you pack it inside another waterproof container. And for that, on that topic, I use such a thing, again by Lomo, a waterproof box here. So I put my car keys, for example, in there, shut that tight, lock it down, pop that in the toe. So basically then the car keys with the electronic door opening thing are totally safe. You could even get a small phone in there as well, pop it in there and it's fine. Okay, so that's the Lomo swim toe. Cheers.